Why does God wait until the last minute? Have you ever wondered why God waits until the last minute? Why he lets us walk right up to the edge before he steps in? The 3 Hebrew children didn't just hear the king's threat. They weren't just shown the fire. They were bound, carried, and thrown in. It wasn't until they were inside the furnace that God showed up. Daniel didn't just get threatened with the lion's den. He was thrown in. He spent the whole night with the lions and God shut their mouths. David didn't just hear Goliath's threats. He had to step into the valley, face the giant, and let go of that stone before he saw the victory. God waits, because if he didn't, we wouldn't have to fully rely on him. If he saved us before the fire, before the den, before the battle, we'd always have an escape plan. But when we're in the middle of it, there's no turning back. No plan B, just him. Maybe you feel like you're standing at the edge. Maybe the fire is closer than ever, the lions are circling, the giant is staring you down. But this is where God does his greatest work. The fire couldn't burn them. The lions couldn't bite. The giant couldn't stand. And your trial won't break you, because the same God who delivered them is with you too. So don't turn back. Don't give up. God is never late. He's just waiting for the perfect moment. And when he moves, it will be undeniable. Trust him, even when it feels like the last minute. He's always right on time. This isn't just something we read about in the Bible. God still works this way today. There was a man named George Müller who ran an orphanage by faith alone, never asking for money, only trusting God to provide. One morning, there was no food left. The children sat at the table with empty plates. But instead of panicking, Müller simply prayed, thanking God for the food he was about to provide. Minutes later, there was a knock at the door. A baker stood outside, saying God had woken him in the night with an urge to bake extra bread for the orphanage. Then, another knock. The milkman's cart had broken down right in front of the orphanage. The milk would spoil, so he gave it to the children instead. That morning, the orphans ate fresh bread and milk, provided by God at the last possible moment. God will show up for you, but sometimes, he waits. Not to abandon you, but to teach you. To build your faith, to remove every distraction so that you have no choice but to look to him. So if you feel like you're standing in front of the fire, staring at the lions, or facing a giant, hold on. God is never late. He's just waiting for the right moment to show you that he alone is enough. Have you ever experienced a moment where God came through at the last minute? Share your story in the comments. Please like, subscribe and share.